Welcome back, students. Today we will be talking about the chapter Diversity in Living Organisms, and this is class number 3. First of all, we should know about the term biodiversity. Bio means living, diversity means diverse, means different kind of qualities or characteristics present in organisms or living beings. So the biodiversity means the variation in species present in our environment. We all are aware that there is a huge number of flora and fauna species found in our environment on the earth in different ecosystems. Now, to study all these species in a better way and easier way, we classify them on basis of similarities and characteristics as per the hierarchy of classification. Hierarchy means arranging something in different groups or stratas. In hierarchy, the very first taxa is kingdom. It shows maximum number of similarities. It shows maximum number of difference in categories, characteristics. Then comes phylum or order. Phylum is used for phylum or division. Division is used for plants and phylum is used for animals. Next comes class. Then comes order. Then comes family. Then comes genus, and then species. Species shows maximum number of similarities. Okay, now how can you learn this hierarchy? It's very easy. You can follow this mnemonic: keep pot clean or fish get sick. K for kingdom, P for phylum or division, C for class, O for order, F for family, G for genus, and S for species. Now we shall talk about the differences that have occurred during this time in the different kingdoms. There are two major the main reason of these differences is that earlier the organisms were simpler in form, and then they get evolved into complex organisms, also known as higher organisms. Now why did the organisms evolve? We have learned that anything evolves as per to adapt to the changes in its environment. So the other important point that shall be kept in mind is earlier life started in water or aquatic habitats, and then it slowly proceeded towards the land. पहले लाइफ कहाँ एग्जिस्ट हुई? पानी के अंदर, और फिर वो धीरे धीरे करके उसमें अडेप्टेशंस आई, इवोल्यूशन हुआ और वो लैंड की तरफ अडेप्ट होनी शुरू हो गई। अब इन्हीं कुछ पॉइंट्स के बेसिस पे हम आगे डिस्कस करेंगे कि किस तरह से एनिमलिया और प्लांटिया किंगडम को हमने सब क्लासिफिकेशंस की हैं। टुडे वी विल बी डिस्कसिंग अबाउट प्लांटिया किंगडम। Today we will be discussing about Plantia kingdom. The very first basis of differentiating among these is the body structure. Thallus-like body. Well differentiated body. Thallus-like body means कि जो लीफ है, शूट है, रूट है, वो ठीक से डिफाइंड नहीं होते और इस कैटेगरी के ऑर्गेनिजम्स को क्या बोलते हैं? थैलोफाइट्स। whereas the well differentiated body organisms or plants were known as bryophytes. Example of thallophyte is Pyrogyra. It is a kind of alga. And of bryophyte is Funaria. Now, this well differentiated body plants were again subcategorized on the basis of presence of vascular bundles. What are vascular bundles? Vascular bundles are xylem and phloem, which help in transportation of minerals, water and food from one part of the plant to another. So, bryophytes were primitive as compared to the pteridophytes who had vascular bundles present in their plants. So, having vascular bundles were pteridophytes. Example of pteridophytes are fern. Funaria is also commonly known as moss, and its example is fern. Okay. Now these vascular bundle containing plants were again of two kinds. The first one of the category that did not had flowers, did not show flowering or had seeds, and the other one that showed flowering and developed seeds. So the pteridophytes were primitive and were the plants which do not flower. Such category of plants is known as cryptogams. Crypto means false, gams यानी कि seeds. Fine. And the other category was known as phanerogams. Phanero means flowering plants. Now these flowering plants were again of two kinds. These flowering plants were again of two types. The one which produced necked seeds and the other which produced seeds with seed coat. Seed coat is the outer covering present over the seed. जैसे मैंगो है बेटा, मैंगो के अंदर सीड है, तो मैंगो के अंदर जो सीड है उसके बाहर जो फ्रूट है वो क्या है? उसका सीड कवर है, सीड कोट है. इट इज ऑल्सो नोन एज द सीड कोट इज नोन एज पेरिकार्प. Okay, now the one which have necked seeds are gymnosperms. You can learn this by relating gym. When we do exercise in gym, we are least clothed, we are least covered. So the seeds which do not have any covering are known as gymnosperms, and the other ones are known as angiosperms. Fine. Now these seeds, covered seeds producing plants are further divided into two categories on the basis of cotyledons. On the basis of cotyledons, the one which contain a single cotyledon and the one which have double or two cotyledon. What is the purpose of cotyledon? Well, cotyledon provides stored food to the growing seed or to the germinating seed. Single cotyledon plants are known as monocots. Mono यानी कि single, and these are known as dicots. Di means having two or two in number. Now, how can you differentiate between monocots and dicots? Well, you can look at the leaves. The monocot plant leaf show parallel venation. The arrangement of veins in a leaf is known as venation. The monocot plants show this kind of leaf venation, whereas in dicot plants the leaf generally show reticulate venation, means a network of interrelated or interlinked veins. Next can be told by observing the roots. In monocots we have fibrous roots, whereas in dicots we have tape roots. Suppose you pull a plant, monocot plant such as grass, from the ground, then its root will be appearing like a bundle of fibers like this. Whereas if you pull out a double or dicot plant like gram, then the roots will appear as primary root and then secondary roots having tertiary roots and hair roots present over them. So if I ask you which one of them is primitive होता है पुराना, less modern,